Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing all right. And here we are in a new video, and it's the second part, guys, related to Pythagorean Theorem. Okay, so we are going to solve two additional examples about finding missing sides of right triangles. Okay, so let's start with example 3. Remember to watch the first video before, and then you continue with this one. All right. Okay, let's start. Example 3 says find the missing side of the following triangle. And here we have the triangle. We have the diagonal, which is 10 millimeters. And we have the bottom side, which is 4 millimeters. So in summary, guys, we have the side, this is the side A that we don't know. We need to find this missing side. We already have the value of B. Okay, so here we have the value of B, which is 4 millimeters, and here we have the value of C, which is 10 millimeters. Okay, guys, so we are going to use again the general equation, guys. Okay, the general equation, which is a to the power of 2 times a to the power of 2 plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, so the values that we already have from this equation are the following. We already have the value of b, which is 4 millimeters. We already have the value of c, which is 10 millimeters. And we need to find the value of a, okay? The value of a. So guys, remember that to solve this equation, we need to leave the a alone. So that's why we need to take this b squared to the other side of the equation, but with negative sign, with the opposite sign. And that way we can leave the a alone. So if we take this value here, so we will have a squared equals c squared minus b squared. Okay, remember that we keep the c here, and this b squared comes to the other side, but negative, because here is positive. All right, guys. So what we have to do now, we are going to replace the values that we already have. Replace the value of C and the value of B. Okay. So we will have a to the power of 2 equals C squared, which is 10 to the power of 2, minus B squared, which is 4 to the power of 2. All right, guys. So what we can do now is solve the exponents, 10 to the power of 2 and 4 to the power of 2. So that would be a to the power of 2 equals 10 squared, which is 100. Okay, 10 times 10. Be careful, because some of you, I see that you multiply 10 times 2, and it's not like that. It's 10 times 10, okay, by the same number. And then 4 to the power of 2, which is 4 times 4, which is the same as 16. All right, so 100 minus 16. All right, guys. So if we subtract 100 minus 16, we can solve this operation. That will be 84. So a squared equals 84. All right. Okay, guys. So now remember that we need to find the value of a. Okay, we need to get rid of the exponent. And what's the way to do it? Remember that here is where we use the square root. So we are going to take at both sides of the equation the square root here and over here. So if we take the square root, so that will be square root here and square root here. So that way we can cancel the exponent with the root. Okay, so they are simplified. We can cancel this, and that will be a equals the square root of 84. Okay. All right, guys. So if we take the square root of 84, that will be 9.16. A equals 9.16, 51, 51, and it continues. All right. So remember, guys, we are going to approach with all of these examples to the nearest hundred. Okay. So we are going to take the, remember, here we have the 10 position, the 100 position. So here we are going to round the decimal. Okay. So we check at the third decimal place. If this is equal or greater than 5, we increase the second decimal place. Okay, so this is 5. Since this is 5, we are going to increase this unit to 7. Okay, so that will be 9.17. All right, so the value of A will be A equals 9.17. All right, be careful with the units, guys. Here we're talking about millimeters. So this is, of course, also millimeters. So 9.17 millimeters. And that would be the answer of the missing side of this triangle. We already have this value. Okay, guys. So example 3, it's already done. Let's continue now, guys, with the last example. Example 4. Okay. So let's see what we have here. Here we have something like a little bit different, but actually with the same process, with the same concept. Okay, here we have a rectangle has the following measures. Find the value of its diagonal. All right, so here we have a rectangle. Okay, here these sides are the same. So for example, if this is 8 feet, here we have the same unit. That will be 8 feet also. Okay, and the bottom side here, the base of this rectangle will be the same as this side, so will be 14 feet also. And we need to find what is the missing side here. We need to find the diagonal. Okay, so if we take like this rectangle, it's like a rectangle, but it's twisted, so that will be, this is the diagonal, the value of C that we don't know, guys. Okay, the value of C. So this is the same. So let's see. If we take this triangle alone, so that would be something like, will be something like that. Okay, guys, so it will be this part. I'm sorry, is not perfect right here, so something similar. Okay, guys, so this is the side which is 14 feet. Okay, 14 feet. And this is the side which is 8 feet. All right, 8 feet. And this is the value of C that we don't know yet. All right. Remember that here we have the right angle, which is 90 degrees in a right triangle. So guys, if we review like the sides of this right triangle, so if we check this example, we have the side A, which is the vertical side, the horizontal is B, we can call this like B, and the diagonal will be the value of C. And the same right here. We can say that this is the value of A, this is the value of B, and this is the value of C. So we can call this side A, B, and we are going to find the side C. Okay, guys, so let's remember the equation that we are going to use for to find the value of C, which is A to the power of 2, the general equation, equals, sorry, plus B squared equals C squared. Okay. So here, guys, we are going to solve the value, solve for C, all right? Because we already have the value of A, which is 8, and the value of B, which is 14. So we replace these values here, and that will be 8 to the power of 2 plus the value of B, which is 14 to the power of 2 equals C squared. Okay, guys, so we can solve the exponents here. So that will be A to the power of 2, which is 64, plus 14 to the power of 2, which is 196. Okay, 196 equals C squared. Okay, guys, before getting the square root, that will be the final step, we can add these terms. So we can do the addition. That will be 64 plus 196, which is 260. All right, 260 equals C squared. Okay, guys, so finally that we already have a single number here, we can take the square root. Remember that we need to solve for C. Okay, and this has an exponent, And the way we can get rid of this of the exponent is by taking the square root. Okay, so we are going to take the square root here and the square root over here. And that way we can cancel the exponent 2 with the radical, okay, the radical sign, which is right here. So finally, if we take the square root of 260, that will be 16.12, 45, 15, 5, the value of C. All right, so there are a lot of decimals, guys, so we are going to approach to the nearest 100, okay? So the same as before, we check the third decimal place if this is equal or greater than 5, okay? So we increase the second decimal place to the to the greater whole number. Okay, so here we have a 4, so we keep the second decimal place as 16.12. All right, so we can leave the answer like 16.12, which is the value of C. All right, so guys, we already have the missing value, which is 16.12. Remember the units? I forgot the units here, my mistake. So we need to say that we're talking about feet, okay? Not about centimeters, not about millimeters, but about feet, all right? So this is our final answer, guys. Okay, I hope you really understood this part, guys. In case you have any questions or something, remember to send me an email, okay? Or see you in class and we can solve the doubts that you may have. Okay, bye bye. Have a great day.